Isn't it crazy to think about how we have had 17 ladies to ever hold the title of being a Real Housewives of Atlanta official full-time cast member over the last 15 years? With Nene Leakes, Sheree Whitfield, Kim Zolciak, Kandi Burruss, Porsha Williams, Phaedra and Kenya Moore being some of the most iconic.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Hopefully I answer by the time I finish singing.
I posted this throwback a while ago, and the comments had me screaming while we were all going down memory lane and thanking God for abundance and skincare because so much has changed since 2008. But then I realized that there are some of these girls that have only graced our TV screens with a peach in hand for just one season. And can we even be mad though? Because some of these girls have had us looking at Bravo like, okay, girl, it looks like y'all are over there handing out prunes and plums at this point. It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video. And today, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta's one season wonders. In this video, we'll unpack how they lost their peaches, and we'll talk about whether or not these ladies ever truly even deserved their peaches in the first place.
Well, sorta, kinda.
And I'll definitely share whether or not I think that they could ever reclaim their peach after all this time. These days, we've really got folks coming onto Beyonce's internet talking about how they would never even consider joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I've had conversations, but the truth is like, it's just no way.
But I remember a time when snagging a Real Housewives of Atlanta peach honestly used to mean something. Literally, everybody and their mama wanted to be a part of this very elite and mindful and demure friend circle. And our girls were using the platform to launch music careers, toy lines, and some were even selling books. But some housewives have not been quite as lucky. Some of these girls actually lost their peaches just as fast as they earned them.
Okay, girl, bye. Bye.
I cover a lot of shows here on my channel, but everyone is always so surprised when I tell them that I barely even watch any TV at all. Instead, when I'm not creating binge-worthy videos, you can catch me binge watching right here on YouTube. And I think that this would be the perfect time to tell you guys that I got my first YouTube sponsorship from YouTube, y'all. Honestly, I don't even need no brief to tell you guys how amazing YouTube Premium is because I have been happy to fork over that little bit of change every month since they launched the feature years ago. The thing I love the most about YouTube Premium is obviously the uninterrupted ad-free experience because for me, ads feel like somebody walked in and interrupted a really interesting conversation that I was having with my bestie. I also love that you can keep watching or listening to a video in the background when you're tied up or busy doing other things. You can also download videos and watch them whenever you want without needing data or Wi-Fi. I find that most useful when I'm going on a trip and I don't want to watch half of a movie on the back of a plane seat and then be left wondering how it ends. On top of that, y'all, you get access to stream all the songs you want on the YouTube Music app without any ads, which is honestly a steal. Seriously, y'all, if you don't have YouTube Premium, what are you even doing? If you really want to level up your binge watching experience, click my link below in the description to get a whole 2 months of YouTube Premium for the free 99. That means for free, y'all. If you subscribe through the link in this post or in the banner appearing in this video, then I may get a commission. Thank you so much, YouTube, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, y'all, now let's get back to the tea.
What I would suggest that you do is keep your wig on.
I made a video a few years ago sharing my unpopular opinion about how Bravo made a huge mistake firing Deshawn Snow. And I literally blocked everybody who was in the comments trying to be funny talking about, who is that?
Call me petty, but I guess that's what I am.
And honestly, my opinion still is the same. Like, nothing has changed, so I really don't really feel a point in putting my good sis through the ringer here, but basically, did she earn her peach? Absolutely. Why did she lose her peach? Because clearly, Bravo doesn't even know what a true housewife even is, and could she reclaim her peach? Yup, and yeah. If y'all are really wondering why I have basically dedicated my whole life to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, no shade, but it wasn't because of Nene Leakes. I mean, I love her, but it also wasn't because of Kim or even Kandi. It was because of Deshawn Snow. Well, actually, that's not quite true. I didn't start watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta until Sheree and Marlo was just going back and forth and acting crazy in Africa, and I think that was like season 4. But my point is, I went back and I started watching from the very beginning, and all I could think about was, where the hell was Deshawn Snow?
She's super rich.
It is really hard to even think about Claudia Jordan as a whole Atlanta housewife, especially since she came in at a time when snatching that peach could really change the entire course of your career. And if you guys are one of those people who are still replaying her iconic tussle with Nene Leakes in the epic Puerto Rico showdown, then you already know that Claudia Jordan definitely earned her peach.
Claudia Jordan.
Starless. But I will give Claudia this, although she said the most nastiest things about me and she's been holding on to a grudge for 100,000 years. She was probably my #1 battle. She was definitely right up there to battle with.
Okay, I gotta be real. Like, honestly, saying that Claudia is worthy of being a whole Atlanta housewife simply because she kept up with Nene Leakes is crazy work, but you really just had to be there.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Okay, so there is so much mystery around Claudia's exit from the show. If I remember correctly, back in the day, Claudia actually shocked a lot of Housewives fans when she revealed to the blogs that she was actually invited back, but she turned down a second season. So I asked my most loyal binge watchers why they think that Claudia only had 1 season, and y'all play entirely too much talking about it. Because her bob was tight, flips hands with the crying laughing face emojis, and she was too obsessed with getting Porsha's attention. Before this, Armand Wiggins fan joined the chat commenting, "She was robbed," with a Michelle Brown fan clapping back responding, because of Nene. But the truth is, Nene Leakes is actually the one who influenced production to give Claudia her peach in the first place.
And I want people to know this too. Demetria was being positioned as a peach holder. And you told me and Joy, y'all picked the wrong
That's right.
And in this recent interview with Claudia Jordan, Carlos made a really good point about why the Real Housewives of Atlanta audience has always treated Claudia a certain way, because we've always perceived Claudia in a certain way.
I never found you funny. I never found you entertaining. I never found you smart. I just found you annoying.
So could Claudia reclaim her Real Housewives of Atlanta peach? That's actually a good question. I wasn't expecting that question. No. I mean, no shade. I don't have an issue with Claudia or anything, but I feel like I would be more likely to watch her go toe-to-toe with Nene Leakes again on something like The Traitors. I don't know. It's not giving very demure and very mindful enough to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. No shade. I'm just saying.
Do not come. Do not come.
Honestly, I cannot even spend all that much time on this next one, because let's just be so for real right now. Like, I really have so much respect for Kim Phil, so I don't really want to drag her, but let's just say that she was not a good fit. Having her on the Atlanta Housewives was honestly one of the greatest casting eras in the entire history of television. Kim knows it, Bravo knows it, and the fans have known it since the moment that they first dropped that trailer.
Would you be a housewife again? Would you be a housewife again?
I need new and uncharted waters. And so I've done that, so there's no need to do that again.
In theory, having the iconic Kim, Denise Johnson, Elizabeth Fields, from back in the day, giving us our living single fantasy, was supposed to be even bigger than when Kandi Burruss joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that resulted in them ushering in a host of celebrities that we already knew onto the Real Housewives platform, but this just didn't give that. So did Kim Fields earn her peach? Absolutely not. Absolutely the f not.
You don't get to have my presence here.
But I.
Okay, so I really couldn't believe that Shamari Devoe didn't return to the Housewives after her very first season. I mean, she was so lucky that she got to sit amongst some of the greats with Kandi Burruss, Porsha Williams, Cynthia Bailey, and the Nene Leakes, all holding it down and honestly trying to give this girl a leg up. But honestly, it was that husband. He was something.
Placement. You know, just so the show just takes them on a journey.
Why are we bringing up my show when your group was opening up for me, honey?
He was giving advice, and I don't think that Kandi was really ready to receive. But it's all facts, though.
Shamari was one of those casting choices that has always made sense. She was young, vibrant, married, and she had a really cute little family. Her husband was also famous, and I always loved that when the husband is on the show and he's actually just as successful.
Well, sorta, kinda.
So did she earn her peach? She was willing to share her story. She made a real effort to try to fit in with these girls in this group, all while continuing to be herself. And I feel like it was cute that she was definitely a real housewife. So I don't know, like, I feel like she earned her peach. What do y'all think?
Clap if you're judging her.
Fans were so quick to assume that Shamari was actually fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta in favor of Kenya Moore's Real Housewives of Atlanta return for season 12. But Shamari was quick to hop on Twitter back then to shut that rumor down, tweeting, "I was not fired, sweet face. I chose not to return due to personal reasons. The sun sets and rises when it's ready." And fans were not having it, talking about, "Shoot, girl, I forgot you were even a part of the show last season. Girl, love ya, but stay gone." And "Girl, stop. Fired. No way you or your parched weave walked away from that Real Housewives of Atlanta check."
What makes y'all be so negative? What is the problem? Please let me know. DM me why you so negative. I will try to help you. We can talk about this.
It wasn't until later that Shamari Devoe revealed in interviews that she had some frustrations with how the show was edited, alleging that the network tried to paint her in a bad light while leaving out aspects of her story that she really, really was passionate about.
And they cut that whole scene out, but they wanted to show me with my little wine, you know what I'm saying? And make it seem like, you know, I'm just this drunk or whatever, but that's not me. There's a balance.
And y'all, it was really sending me because the whole time that Shamari was sitting there defending herself against these drinking allegations, she was sitting there sipping on her glass of wine during that whole interview. So this girl is just so funny to me. I actually really think that Shamari is one of the one-season wonders that it actually kind of makes sense to bring back. I feel like the majority of fans were okay with her being around, and we were honestly open to getting to know her since she only kind of fumbled her bag by letting her husband get way too involved. I think that if she does decide to come back, she needs to like have him back the up and let her be Shamari instead of his wife on the show.
Again, I don't feel safe.
Okay, and maybe producers need to kind of put her on like a 2-drink limit during tapings? I don't know. I don't know, girl. Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Are you surprised that these ladies fumbled their bag? Or do y'all think that they honestly walked off from the job because it wasn't given what they thought that it was gonna give? Also, let me know if you guys want me to do another video about friends of the show that I feel honestly deserved a full-blown Real Housewives of Atlanta peach.
Then why we gonna turn it down? Let's turn it on.
And thank you guys again for watching. I will see y'all one-season wonder lovers on the next one.
there's no wagey. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid.